Being an entrepreneur is some pretty scary work. When you are building this thing, you are responsible for all of the decisions in the business. You gotta create the product, you gotta price the thing just right, you gotta find some people and convince them to buy it. You gotta keep them coming back for more. No, I want them coming back for more, okay? You gotta keep them coming back for more. And at some point, you gotta do math to figure out whether you're making a profit. And assuming you're making a profit, you gotta pay yourself enough to take care of your family, but not so much that you happen to bankrupt the business. It's a lot of stuff that you gotta work through day in and day out. And ultimately, if this business fails, it's all on you. No pressure, right? But here's the thing. If you're feeling God pressing you that yes, you should start a business, or yes, you need to keep going because this is your calling, then that means quitting is not an option. But what do you do when all these decisions start to transform into this super scary monster that makes you question whether or not you can actually do it? Well, I like to do two things. One, I like to pray. And two, I like to read quotes from successful entrepreneurs to remind me that I'm not losing my mind by not going back to a 9-to-5. So today we're checking out 10 quotes from successful, even downright wealthy entrepreneurs to help you stay motivated on this crazy business journey. Sip on some water. Hey dreamers, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiana B. Clueless, an author, speaker, executive pastor, and coach who's made it her mission to help Christian women trapped in that 9-to-5 life overcome the money worries that are stopping them from stepping full-time into their God-given calling. And now that you know who I am, let's go ahead and just jump into the quotes. Number 1, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. If you're like me and you overanalyze everything, hold tight to this quote. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in trying to plan things out to perfection that we never actually take the actions needed to make the new business, that new product, or that new event come to life. Ultimately, he's saying, stop talking about it and get to work. Build a social media profile, shoot the YouTube video, even if it sucks, book the venue, order that first batch of materials. Whatever it is that you need to do to get started, just go do it.
Just do it!
Number 2, it's important to be willing to make mistakes. The worst thing that can happen is you become memorable. Sara Blakely. Now, if you don't know this name, you probably know the name Spanx. Yes, Sara Blakely, I'm so sorry. Okay. Sara Blakely is the billionaire philanthropist that founded the Shapewear company, and she certainly is memorable in my opinion. Now, what she's saying here is that even if you do mess things up, it's not gonna kill you. It'll be uncomfortable, sure. Be hard, possibly, but will it cause death? That's highly unlikely. In fact, you may just become memorable even if it is for messing up. But guess what? You could absolutely resurrect your image. Robert Downey Jr., Apple, Old Spice, and Lindsay Lohan are definitely testaments to that fact. Number 3, business opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming. Richard Branson. The founder of Virgin Group is so right. Sometimes we're hard on ourselves for missing a trend or not moving fast enough on a new business idea. But the reality is that there are people getting rich on new ideas every single day. So instead of focusing on the money train that you missed, let's take the lesson and be ready to jump on the next one when we see it. Number 4, don't pass up something that's attractive today because you think you'll find something better tomorrow. Warren Buffett. So sometimes the reason we miss the last business opportunity is because we thought something better would come along later. And sure, something possibly could. But who said that next thing will be a better fit than this thing? Look, when I see an opportunity that seems like a good fit for one of my businesses, and God doesn't give me a resounding no when I ask him about it, I explore the opportunity. I may find that it's not the right fit and walk away, but if it is, I like to stick it out, and oftentimes I'm grateful that I did. So don't automatically say no, assuming something better is coming along. Explore, sis, explore. I forgot I had more. Okay. Number 5, the greatest accomplishment is not in never failing, but in rising again after you fall. Vince Lombardi. This guy may be a famous football coach, not an entrepreneur, but I'm having a Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse kind of moment here, so I couldn't leave it out. Look, failure is not a bad thing. It's a hard thing. It's a scary thing. It's a not so fun thing. But it's also inevitable because last I checked, you're human and humans make mistakes. I sure know that I do. But if you keep getting up after each mistake and learning from it, you'll eventually find your way to the success that you're looking for. Hey, it's the halfway mark, which means it's time for me to remind you to smash that like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, follow the channel by clicking the big red button below. On to quote number 6. Instead of wondering when your next vacation is, maybe you should set up a life you don't need to escape from. Seth Godin. This marketing genius is so right, and this thought process right here is why I am on this entrepreneur journey in the first place. I want to love my work. I want to be able to be there for my kids. I want to be able to bring God fully into everything that I do. And when I do those things, vacations don't become a vital part of my life to maintain my sanity. They become a fun addition to my life for creating fun memories with the people I love. That's what I like to call living in abundance. Number 7, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Thomas Edison. Look, why does my throat feel scratchy? I'm so hydrated, but my vocals are rude. All right. Look, fear of failure is the top fear that I see my fellow entrepreneurs struggle with. So yeah, here's another one. Yes, you messed up. And yes, you messed up again and again and again and again. It's okay. To be honest, that's absolutely the story of Baxter Clues, which is like the 3rd or 4th iteration of the business that my husband created. And this is the one that finally took off. Same for Selah Money. It's finally becoming what I know God called it to be, but it's been revamped and relaunched many times in the last 5 years. Remember, every mess up is simply an opportunity to learn what doesn't work. So make some tweaks based on the new lesson and try again. Number 8, the man with a new idea is a crank until the idea succeeds. Mark Twain. If you have anyone in your life making you doubt that your business can succeed, don't automatically throw the idea out the window. Pray about it, seek expert advice, and most importantly, keep making tweaks based on what you've learned. Sometimes no one else will get it until you find the right audience. Other times it's about timing, but you can be successful even if no one gets it right away. Think about it. Pool noodles are a thing, the Snuggie was an epidemic, Tamagotchis are cool again, and there are successful businesses today that were rejected on the Shark Tank. Think Ring Doorbell and the Lip Bar. So don't back down right away just because the idea is rejected. Give it a real chance. It may surprise you. Number 9, develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. Anthony J. D'Angelo. This guy is an academic and author, so not your classic entrepreneur, but he's so right. Do you know that the most successful entrepreneurs read a lot? Warren Buffett said he reads around 5 to 6 hours a day. Bill Gates reads 50 books a year, and Oprah says reading is a huge part of her success. If you're always learning, you're always getting new ideas. And those new ideas can mean the difference between failing again and finally finding success. You may not be able to spend as much time reading as these folks, but listening to books while doing laundry, showering, commuting, and cleaning the house certainly can help. Number 10, it doesn't matter how many times you failed, you only have to be right once. Mark Cuban. Sorry, I had to end with this one because I'm a huge Mark Cuban fan, and my life is proof of these words. Every mistake my husband and I made on this journey became a lesson, and every lesson led to some changes. And one day, those changes resulted in the right formula for our business that attracted a plethora of students and a phenomenal team of people to help further that growth. We were wrong a lot, but one time we finally got it right, and we capitalized on it. And it became life-changing for us, our team members, and our students. So if you don't remember anything else, remember those words. It doesn't matter how many times you have failed, you only have to be right once. And there you have it, 10 quotes from 10 entrepreneurs and celebrities that will help motivate you on this journey. Yes, it can be tough, but if you're called to it, you're guaranteed to succeed in it. You just have to keep moving forward, and I hope that these quotes will help along the way. But I want to hear from you. Which quote meant the most to you? And are there any quotes that you look to currently? Be sure to share it in the comments below so we can continue to push each other on this journey. Now, before you go, don't forget to let me know that you found this video useful by hitting that thumbs up button and subscribing to my channel by clicking the big red button below. Be sure to hit the bell so that you're notified each week when I drop brand new money tips and biblical strategies designed to help you break through the financial barriers so you can step boldly, big, bad, and boldly, into your God-given calling full time. With that, I'm going to get back to work, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.